Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night when the video may reach you. Do your girl a favor, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever whenever I upload a new video. Today, we are going to be talking about Halle Bailey getting a restraining order against DDG. Like this was not on my bingo card. Like, I knew something was not right in the water because he came out way too many times trying to bash her as a mother, trying to make it seem like she was just terrible and keeping the baby away from her and just pretty much victimizing himself. And I feel like when a person is doing that and going so hard trying to get ahead of the narrative, it's because they have something to hide, or it's because they want to hurry up and be the first one to paint the narrative. They want to be the first one to get the story out. So ultimately they could say, well, I said this first, or they're just trying to retaliate toward me. This is something that I had already told y'all, that she didn't want to let me see my son. But we remember a few months back, he did a video, a live stream when they were sick. Halle and baby Halo was sick with RSV. He went over to her house and he was very, very upset that she would not allow him to stay in her house. And everyone's like, oh, well, she not let him see this, her son. And we were, I remember when I did my commentary over here, we spoke about it, we did some call-ins, and I was literally like, yo, like, why does he think that he should be able to be permitted to stay in her house? Like, if they're not together, she must don't want to be around that man. So now that this has come out, it's looking like he had already assaulted her, broke into her house, took pictures of her bed, have been sending her nasty text messages, because he said that she would send him text saying, oh, leave us alone, leave us alone. Well, why was she saying that to you, DDG? She was just coming out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, telling you to leave her alone. Like, I just don't believe she would just have the clear blue sky request that you leave them alone. And yes, she may say leave us alone because, I mean, that's her baby. They are a package deal at the end of the day. What's going on, guys? Let's set a goal. Oh, excuse me. We'll do an hour, 10 super chats, and we'll open the call lines if we reach the goal. So we're gonna head over to TMZ. Hopefully TMZ gives me a call. Shout out, they hit me up. They keep hitting me up, but they hit me up again because they switched how they stream the show. It's just a whole ordeal. But I would love to give my commentary on this on TMZ, so let them give me a shout out while this is still ongoing. What's going on, love bugs? Yes, hold up. Hey, Clarice, what's up? Demira, hey, Ash, hey, Love Lonnie, hey, Unique, hey, Cynthia today, what's up? Hey, J. Marie, hey, Isis, you said she will block him from using the baby for streams. I said it, I did. I was like, this is why he didn't want to go to court. Everybody's like, oh, he don't want to go to court because she got postpartum and he feels like he's going to get, majority rights over the baby. And I was like, no, that's not what's happening at all. He does not want her to go to court because he will not be able to stream that baby. And this is what they're saying is in the restraining order. I know DDG is losing his everlasting mind right now. What's up, Empress? Hey, Trini Love. Hey, Media New Post. Hey, Sweet Kisses. I'm not watching TV trying to sleep. Okay. I don't know why you came and told us that. If you're not watching, I'm very confused. What's up, Autumn? Hey, Janetta. Hey, Layla. Hey, Carol. Hey, Ebony. Hey, oh no. Did I miss anybody? What's up, love bucks? How are you? Make sure y'all are double tapping the screen. Not double tap. I forgot we're not on Record Live, but give your girl a thumb so I can squeeze my tiny ass up in the algorithm. So let's head on over to TMZ, and then we'll go back down memory lane when he did come out and make those allegations against her that he was just blatantly like just keeping Halo away from her. Shouts out to TMZ. Okay, so Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked her multiple times, gets restraining order. This was published at 4:26 p.m., 5:10 p.m. Oh my goodness, this is explosive. And he's just now, he just now put out an album. So some would think that this was a humiliation ritual. He just put an album out. I don't know. We don't know. Okay. Halle Bailey says she's had enough of DDG allegedly abusing her. She's filed a police report and now she wants court order protection from the father of her child, TMZ has learned. And Docs, oh wow, look at the bruising on her arm. Yeah, no, that's definitely from being manhandled. Yeah, that's definitely wow. And Docs filed Tuesday in LA. She claims things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October. And Halle says DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a combo with the rapper about the child visitation schedule. Thank you, Hera. Thank you, baby, for the super sticker. I appreciate you, babe. Look at these bruises, like that is some serious, bro. That doesn't look like makeup, because DDG fans will come out and say, oh, that's makeup. That's just makeup. That's fake. No, those look like actual bruising. I've had bruises on my arms like that from being grabbed and like flung around. This is what it looks like. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, bitch." Oh my goodness, he was cussing out the Disney princess. I really hate that for her. Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling and DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face into his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. I saw that she had a little chipped tooth. I seen it on her snap and she mentioned it because she went to the dentist. I watched Halle's and I watched DDG snaps because I like to see baby Halo content with DDG and I love Halle. So I would watch their snaps. And I remember she went to the dentist and she was like, yeah, I have a chipped tooth. And I was wondering how she got a chipped tooth because, you know, as children, you get a chipped tooth because you'll probably be riding a bike or you might jump off the bed or you might run into something. As kids, we're more prone to having accidents like that. But as a grown adult, it is not likely that you're going to chip your tooth no matter how big or how small. It's either, you know, you probably had a bad accident and really fell into something, which would also cause like bad injury to your mouth area. But to chip an actual tooth, unless you biting into an actual rock, somebody knocked you in your shit or smashed you into something. That's the only way as a grown adult you're going to chip your teeth. Thank you, Unique. Thank you, baby, for the super sticker. So, dang, oh my God, I feel so bad. Halle says she was in pain and crying. And although that stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo. So she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house where she told his family what happened. But that's his family. His family, first of all, I've said this before, DDG's family condones mostly everything that he does because he's the breadwinner. He literally took his family from Pontiac, Michigan, out of the slums. His brother was working at Comcast, which is an okay job for regular people, but he turned his family into millionaires. He has them on private jets. He has them on television. He has them being able to go and shop at Balenciaga and buy Gucci, Louis, Fendi, and Prada whenever they want to. His family is going to stick up for him. They're going to have his back. His family is not going to turn on him for Halle. If anything, they would testify against her in a heartbeat and call her a liar and everything but a child of God. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I do not see his family turning on her, even if she indeed told his family what he did and showed his family proof. They will still find a way to justify it. That's what I personally believe. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries and her request for a restraining order. She also alleges DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Halle's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL." That is creepy. It's giving Joe from what is it called? I See You. What is it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Joe, the stalker that was hiding in the goddamn cupboards and hiding in the vents and going into his girlfriend's houses and going in their closets and rummaging through their drawers and looking through all of their personal documents. That's what it's giving. You, yes, you. I said, I see you. It's you. Yes, you. So Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of having sex with other people. But why would he care if they broke up? He was the one that came out and said they broke up. She never said anything. Why would it matter who she's sleeping with if they broke up? This man have been all over every goddamn platform imaginable to man with all sorts of women. And now all of a sudden he cares about who she's sleeping with. He's breaking into her house. That's breaking and entering. To go into somebody's house without them being there and to go into their bedroom and take a picture of their bed. That is very creepy, DDG. I don't know what type of stalkering vibes you got, but that would creep me out too. for somebody to just send me a picture and I don't know that they're going to show up. And we don't know if he had a key to her house. We don't know. But he broke in her motherfucking house without permission. He showed up unprovoked and unannounced. What's up, Amberella? Every woman he dates, he streams and humiliates the woman. Oh, wow. See, I don't know about like him humiliating. I don't know how he breaks it. I never really watched DDG until he got with Halle. Like she made me like start to watch him. I would see clips of him before and I would, hey Kaylee, and I would just, see, and I would watch a little bit because I thought he was like, I thought it was cool. I always wanted to get into streaming and YouTube and stuff. So I would watch, but I never, I didn't really know him outside. Like I didn't know him with other girls outside of, outside of Halle. So I wouldn't even know. Okay. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick. So this is when he did that video. We reviewed the video when he got on stream and he said, the only thing I have power in is online. He said, she won't let me see my son. And then he released that diss track saying she won't let me see my son. And he said, oh, she kicked me out of her house. It's like, sir, y'all are broken up. And this is after you had already chipped her teeth and bruised her up and banged her head into the steering wheel and dragged her by her locks. Maybe that's probably another reason why her hair is so short now. We don't know. Okay. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave home. And he claims that she claims that's when he got verbally abusive, smashing her Ring camera. Oh my God. DDG, is this what he's been out here doing? And ran away with Halle's phone. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled to her, go get it, bitch. The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report. And she says she also has Ring footage, oh my God, to back up her side of the story. It was also around this time DDG claimed on X he'd been fighting to see Halo for months. Yes. But he didn't tell us that he chipped her tooth and dragged her, banged her head into the steering wheel. That's probably why she didn't really want to be bothered with him. And this had to be the catalyst to where she literally started to pull back because he literally did that. So these are messages. I can't really see it right here. But these are the messages. Hold up. I want to read y'all the messages. So let me pull it up on my phone. Let's see. How everybody doing? Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I hope everyone is enjoying their night. Okay. Wait, do I have a text? Okay, so the text messages say, he sent her a screenshot from a T page. And he said, this foul bet, because it's looking like she was with Brent Fayez, like they was on the same island. And he says, and this was on Mother's Day, mind you. He says, you think you're hurting my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look, makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same shit. Basically saying like, I'm going to have Halo around women because he is a that she got Halo around men. So DDG is threatening Halle that he's going to have random women around Halo. That's pretty much what that means in a nutshell. For Halle, though, the final straw came just last weekend when she said she was vacationing with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says DDG texted her links to social media posts claiming she was on an island with singer Brent Fayez. I personally don't think I would have the baby around Brent. Even if he was on the same island, I feel like Halle probably would leave Halo with Chloe or whatever nanny they got to go and gallivant off with a man. The same thing that DDG do. DDG leaves his Halo with his mother or his sisters in there so he could go and stream and do stuff with other women. So what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. That's what it means. Men want to do stuff and play in your face, but if you give them that same energy, then they want to go nuclear. We don't know. He don't know. Nobody knows. This is just a rumor. Exactly, Born a Diva, over a rumor. Literally, and if the guy was on the same island, that does not mean that he was around his son. That doesn't mean that he was around his son. We've seen Halo literally be shipped off to the mother, to DDG's mother, so DDG could go and stream with other women. We've watched him hand his baby off. We've watched it. Halle replied, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon. See, look, she's still giving him grace and still being nice to him. She didn't cuss him out like a dog in the street, and she could have. The judge granted Halle a domestic violence restraining order. If the judge granted that, then that means that she must have irrefutable proof. Because ain't no judge about to give you a domestic violence restraining order if they can't prove it in the court of law. Requiring DDG to stay 100 yards. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Faith. We need the call line open. I got some things to say. Thank you, baby, for the super sticker. Requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. Oh my goodness. Now he really gonna be crying that he can't see his son. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and her child. Look, I knew this. I called it. I said this is why he didn't want to get the courts involved. He made it seem like he didn't want to get the courts involved because he was like, oh, it's gonna hurt her. It's gonna hurt her. No, it's gonna hurt you. You don't want a judge to be able to tell you that you can't stream your son because that's your bread and butter. And yes, DDG, he's good on his own. He's able to do it on his own, but Halo and Halle turned him up another notch. DDG was not getting posted on these blogs not getting as much. He was not until he was in a relationship with Halle Bailey, with Little Mermaid, and until he started going viral and being clipped and memed all over the place with Halo. This is not me saying that DDG was not already popular. He was, but he was not as popular. She took him up another notch. She had him at events with Beyonce and Drake and Jay-Z. He was not doing that before he got with her. He was not. He said it himself. She was the only girl that turned him up, that brought him to events that he would have otherwise never been invited to, that had him being a +1 on red carpet. She had him at the VMAs, the MTV Awards. She had him at the BET Awards, the Soul Train Awards. She had him literally at Beyonce's house. He was not doing that before her. He was not. And he said it. So I don't need none of y'all to come up here saying DDG was famous. DDG got clout. DDG. We know that. That's just the same. And I made this comparison before. Kim Kardashian and crazy ass Kanye West. Kim Kardashian was not on the cover of Vogue before Kanye West. Kim Kardashian was not getting invited to the Met Gala before Kanye West. She was not. Does this mean that she was not popular or that we didn't all know who she was? Absolutely, she was popular. Absolutely, she had a TV show. But she was not able to walk through certain doors. There's a difference between being a streamer, a YouTuber, and an actual A-list celebrity in Hollywood. Halle was in Hollywood. Like, she literally was in a box office hit movie. She was in 2 box office hit movies. She was in A Color Purple and she was in Little Mermaid simultaneously. We got to put some respect on her name. You weren't good for our Disney princess. Aw, thank you again, Faith, for the super sticker. Thank you, baby. Tell him, LJ. What's up, Sons of Us? DDG. Oh, my God. He's, ooh, crap. I knew it was over when he said that her coochie stuck. Oh, my God. See, I cannot. Okay. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and their child. Halle claims her ex has been whipping his fans into a frenzy by trashing her. When he live streams, he does. And we've all seen it and we reacted to it. And everybody and their mother kept making excuses saying, oh, she don't care. Oh, they gonna get back together. Oh, it's just for clout. Oh, they know what they doing. I said, no, Halle does not like this. Halle does not like him mentioning her. Halle does not. Let me get bigger because I need to talk to y'all because we've been talking about this and I've had people come up to me, coming in my lives, leaving messages, leaving comments, saying I didn't know what I was talking about and they just doing it for clout and they all just a streamer and they all in on it. And I said, no. Halle did not like seeing DDG with a whole bunch of women all over his motherfucking pages and streaming. She didn't like that. He was doing it to get back at her because he felt deep down inside like she was sleeping around with somebody else when she said that she wasn't even sleeping with nobody else. But he was so fragile. His ego was so fragile. He's so insecure that he felt like he had to get back at her. And he did that by gallivanting a bunch of women all around. She didn't like it. She also didn't like him constantly putting her name in his mess and using baby Halo for content. She never liked it. We spoke about this and I said it all the time. And people come up here and tell me I'm wrong and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Well, this restraining order makes it seem like Love Jones was at least a little bit right about what she was talking about. She was trying to compromise with him. She was. And he made it very hard by getting up there saying that they broke up. First of all, why would you even announce that? We didn't even know that. No, none of us needed to know that they broke up or they was having issues, especially if they were still dipping in and out of each other's bed, because that's how it goes when you are together. First of all, they got a baby. But when you just with somebody that you love, y'all dip in and out for a little while, sometimes for years, until y'all really say, okay, we really not dealing with each other anymore. But he took it too far. If he would have kept it off the internet, I feel like even with the scuffle they probably would have been able to work it out. But DDG kept pushing. Do you still think they should get back together? No, I don't. Now I do not. No, not with him chipping her tooth. And no, I don't, Amberella. That ship has sailed. Before this came out, I was like, maybe they could get back together and work it out. But no, I don't. Not if he's being physically abusive toward her. No. Because it seems like he wants to ruin her life. First of all, she's an actress. She does brand deals. So her face is her calling card. If you fucking around with a man that could like bash your head into some shit or try to fuck up your face, he don't have no respect. Putting bruises on you, physically assaulting you in any type of way. No. Nope. Yeah, exactly. He's been dog. This is what I'm saying. Can't date men who are jealous of us. This is a celebrity who never date fans, and DVD is a fan. Ooh, that part. Halle and Chloe need a professional matchmaker. Wake up. He just hurt her in front of their child. Yes. Okay, so I want to show y'all. He was on a live stream with Aiden Ross. And Aiden, thank you. I'm so glad I'm childless and single. Thank you, baby, for the super sticker. Thank you all for the super chats. Y'all want these code lines to open up. Send in them super chats so we can reach the goal. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Do your girl a solid. We should have way more likes than this because a lot of y'all up here right now. We need 5 more likes before we continue on with the show. We need to at least get to 100 likes because it's 318 of y'all up in here. So can we get 5 more likes? Everybody give us a thumbs up right now. He's jealous of her bag. It's too big. You know what it is? What I think it is? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to call you Banks. I think it's personally that she does not need him. And he's not used to being with a woman that does not need him for clout, that doesn't need him for fame, that's not trying to clout chase. Halle is not a clout demon. She literally is like an actress, she's not a content creator. Although she does make a little bit of content because people love to say, oh, well, she be posting on Snapchat. She posts him on Snapchat the way a mother would actually post her child, like, oh my God, my baby's so cute. She's not posting Halo on Snapchat to make a bag or to go viral. That's not how I see it with how Halle posts him on social media. Halle posts Halo on social media as a doting mom, not to make a bag or not because she's a clout demon and she's trying to clout chase. I don't see it that way. And I feel like, and someone else has said it, and I've said this before as well, I don't think we would have seen as much of Halo. I don't even think Halle would have posted his face like that. It would have took way longer for us to see him had it not been for DDG being so thirsty to show him on live stream. I feel like she would have still been blurring his face out, or we probably would have been seeing the back of his head. We probably would have not seen Halo until he was at least a year old, and she probably would have wanted to show off his first birthday party. That's personally what I think. I don't think we would have seen that baby hardly at all, if at all, if it were not for her baby daddy being a content creator and a streamer. I just don't. She didn't even want to show him. She didn't even want us to know that she was pregnant. It's on the internet now. It's everyone's business. This was never about the child. He realized that he can't control her, and she walked away. He can't handle it. Yeah, because I don't think that he's used to like being with a woman that has a high stature as well. Like she does not need him for anything. She's not like trying to get on. You know what I mean? Like she don't need him to help her set up a YouTube channel. That's not what the vibe is. Like Halle Bailey is like the Little Mermaid, one of the first Black outside of Cinderella on Broadway, which was Keke Palmer, and Cinderella in the 90s, which was Brandy. Outside of that, she was the Little Mermaid. Like, do you know how monumental? Like, that's historical. She's going to go down in history forever. And she has music. She's released music albums. Like, she's been on world tours. She was on the Run tour with Beyonce and Jay-Z. She's just a regular girl from Instagram that's trying to get a bag off of YouTube. It ain't nothing wrong with that because I'm trying to get a bag off of YouTube. So I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying she has way more to lose than he actually does. And he knows that. And I feel like he's dangled that over her head because you see how he's always bringing up her image because he knows he wants to tarnish her image to make her look crazy, to try to triangulate with her with other women. But she never took the bait. Halle didn't give a fuck. She didn't get up here and do a story time about how her baby daddy was out here with other women and how he broke her heart and broke up. She didn't even come out and say nothing. He kept stirring the pot. She never, ever, ever said anything. And that killed him because he's a clout demon, internet ass nigga. He needed her to say something to add to the storyline. So he kept trying to antagonize her. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. And this is what his brother is doing with his baby mother too. Doug and Brittany is going through it right now as well online. And Brittany said, you know what? I'm tired. I don't care. You wanted me to look like I'm the bitter, angry black woman, baby mama, because now he's with a Latina and he's paying Brittany out to be bitter. This is what they do. They need a storyline, and he's very upset that she just never played into it. She never played into it with him. She didn't do it. She didn't give him the content. So he created and spin narratives and spin webs to give us something to go off of, and she's never ever said anything. And I feel like if he had not have tried to assemble his fans, I don't think she would have even did this. I feel like she would have just tried to continue to sweep it under the rug because she's a protege of Beyonce. Beyonce don't say shit to us unless she's trying to sell us something. Beyonce don't say a motherfucking thing to us unless she is selling us something. And we all know it to be true. Okay, we'd be very excited to see Beyonce. Like, we can't even see her kids unless we paying to see her kids in concert. We wouldn't see Halo till 30 if Halle had her way. I believe that too. Thank you, Amarella, for the super sticker. We are 3 super chats away from being able to open up the call lines. Okay, so we reach our call life, but everybody continue with a thumbs up. Let's go over to the neighborhood talk. Okay. Excuse me. So this is when he found out.
Damn, bro. Should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. Father, this is a real person. It's a good human being. But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here. Fuck all that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false shit to ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG, and fuck anyone who got anything to say.
Fuck the fake narratives, my nigga. Stop the bullshit. We don't want to hear that shit, bro. That shit is fake.
Listen to R. Kelly.
What? Listen to R. Kelly.
And I'm feeling like, damn, bro. Should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GG?
Do y'all think that this is a fake narrative? Wait, let's go to TikTok to see if anything else has come out. Do y'all think this is a fake narrative? I don't think that this is fake. But if we are wrong, if DDG is innocent, we will come back. We will come back and we will talk about it, because I am not above saying, hey, we were wrong. Hey, you know, that didn't really happen. TMZ got it wrong. But TMZ very rarely will come up and promote something, or unless they have evidence. Wait, so he came back on stream after, let me share. How's everybody doing? Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hello. Okay, so the moment DDG returned to live after Halle Bailey allegation.
You all right? You want to sit down? I'm on lap.
Great, I'm great.
Want to leave? We'll go to the studio? Mute real quick.
The show will
No? Just really quick.
The show will continue.
That's fine.
to go on.
Let me talk to you.
Come on, I'm on the camera mic.
What's up, Cap?
You all right? You want to
I didn't hear what he said. Let's play it again. I didn't hear it.
sit down? I'm on lap.
Great, I'm great.
Want to leave? We'll go to the studio? Mute real quick.
The show will
No? Just really quick.
The show will continue.
That's
to
fine.
go on.
Let me talk to you.
Okay. The show.
Come on, I'm on the camera mic.
What's up, Cap?
I've already seen the TMZ post, and I'm not.
So this is his little sister and his little sister's boyfriend.
I'm gonna speak on it. So, yeah. I've already seen the TMZ post, and I'm not gonna speak on it. So, yeah.
Why would she laugh? Like, why does she think that's funny? I don't understand her reaction. Even if she's not going to speak on it, why does she chuckle? And remember, in the post that we read from TMZ, Halle went to the family's house and told the family what happened. So if this is true, they already know.
Hate to say I told you so to the DDG fans, but y'all been in my DM because I've been clocking this man's stuff for a minute. I've been said this man was abusive to Halle. I've been said that his mother was holding down her abusive sons. And what Halle said today to DDG was, I ain't Britney. I ain't Britney, bruh. Because today, Doug has gone in on Britney for the last couple days.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. And Doug is his brother.
Trying to make this girl's life a living hell. And Halle said, you won't do it to me. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her, because this man has tried to ruin her reputation using academics. And I wonder where his using academics to try to ruin this girl's career. He was going to try to tear Halle down. And I know we warned her, but it doesn't matter. He was going to try to tear this girl down because he realized he couldn't win any other way because her reputation. Best move ever. I swear to goodness. Hate to say
I respect Halle Bailey for going to get that restraining order against DDG. I respect her for getting the authorities involved instead of getting on the internet and being bitter like he did. Because it's crazy that he knew he had done did all of that stuff, yet he got on the internet and acted like he was the victim. So instead of her running to the internet and arguing with him, she said, you know what, I'm going to let them handle it. I'm going to let them do what they need to do. And yes, y'all already know that there's proof. All of y'all DDGers that was already against Halle saying that she was being bitter, she was keeping the baby from him because y'all was busy listening to what he said. And that be the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all be feeling like, oh, well, he is the daddy and this and that. No. I don't care how much you are the daddy. You ain't just gonna be doing the mama any kind of way and just think I'm just still supposed to let you around my baby. Like, it don't work like that, because if you don't respect me, you don't respect my kid. Hello. But anyway, Halle Bailey got that restraining order granted, which she should have. He cannot be posting that baby on the internet, all that streaming, all of that being around her. No, it cannot be done. And I don't care what y'all DDG got to say. He was dead wrong for doing that. I respect Halle Bailey.
Chad, DD is not going to come on the stream. He's just got to go handle what he got to handle. So all love to my brother. We will figure something out to redo this. I can still go to the studio and cuff him, whatever y'all prefer. All love, all love. My chain, DD, I give it back to him. We're gonna go back to the warehouse, right? I believe so. Chad, DD is not.
DDG done put his hands on a Little Mermaid. He done.
So I want to see the video where he came out and said, or somebody said his mother responded it, but I don't. I was trying to find the original where he initially came out and said that she was keeping the baby from him.
Got this fucking golden image that I also protect. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real nigga. But this shit is foul, bro. Like, got this fucking golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like,
oh, fuck. Don't even. Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. You remember we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo.
He said he don't even know where it came from. He feels like it's not real.
I'm gonna warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she just tried, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't approve of it. Nobody bit. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You dodged this one, but you gotta wait for the bigger one she about to do. I'm gonna warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to.
But you see how they try to do predictive programming, but he probably clearly he has been abusive toward her. Just because I'm trying to get ahead of it, saying, oh, the next stop is for her to say you're abusive and this and that. It doesn't make it any less true. It doesn't make it any less true. Y'all ain't low. Y'all ain't slick. This is sister's boyfriend.
I see you trying to defend her. Let's go. Let me tell you what happens next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, you're not. I'm gonna warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she's a try. No, why's my big dad doing that? And I don't approve it. Nobody did. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You dodged this one, but you gotta wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, how are you not motherfucking evil? Fuck, stupid as hell. When they're only going through their emotions now.
Yes. I'm lucky. Let's just know, man, I gave my brother a real good hug. Let him know everything's gonna be all right. And that God's amazing. And that's what matters the most.
Well, I mean, well, how else? What else needs to come out? Because if she was granted the restraining order, the only thing she could do at this point is to release the ring cam footage. That's it. She gonna have to put that footage out because everybody's still trying to spin a narrative that she's lying. She gonna have to put that footage out. I'm trying to see if let me see. And his brother is currently dragging his baby mama all up and down the goddamn internet, saying that she's trying to take his son away. Okay, here we go. We got the initial where he said that she will. Thank you, King Mo. Hey, Norris. You think TMZ got that footage? If they do, we're gonna see that within the next week. If they do, we are going to see it. We got to see what DDG's legal team is going to do to try to spin this narrative and what they're going to say. Because DDG might have something where he's going to try to make it seem like he was defending himself and she was abusive toward him. That's how that's going to go. So either way, somebody going to have to release some footage because I don't think that DDG is just going to shut up and let it go. He's not that type of nigga. He's an internet ass nigga. So he ain't about to just lay down and take. This is going to get drawn out.
Yeah, I like doing like skits, nigga, and like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life shit, but I feel like I have to. And it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting bullied, you know, when it comes to me just wanting to just be a dad. Y'all know how much like I love Halo. It's literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't have no type of like shit hurt, bro. Like I don't have no type of say so. And I keep getting this word thrown around like this is I don't give a fuck if this make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like I don't care if this make me look childish.
That's the thing. He want to do it whenever he wants to do it, but you got to have a schedule and you got to set up visitation when you're co-parenting. If you wanted to do that, then you got to create an actual family unit. You have to be in a relationship with the mother of your child. Y'all need to either be married or literally like y'all have to be living together. You can't just think you could just do things on your own terms and y'all both have separate lives and y'all don't live together. You're not going to ever be able to see your kid exactly whenever you feel like it if y'all live together. That's not how that works when you're co-parenting.
Childish. If I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever the fuck, I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. I literally just want to be in my son's life. And I feel like I'm getting bullied. I'm constantly being called a secondary parent, a primary parent. Yeah, no, I like doing like skits, nigga, and like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about. I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance. I get in against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or some shit like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like fuck with him. But I'm really just coming on this motherfucker as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this shit since he's been born, damn near. It's like I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving. I feel like I'm getting bullied. I've been trying for dealing with this shit since born damn near. So I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. And I don't even know the nanny name. Like, it's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I got to do this shit. I don't want to be on no fucking shade room, bro. Like, I don't want to be on no blogs and no shit like that, nigga. I'm just trying to kick it, but I got to do shit like this. Now I got to go to court, do all this extra shit when he ain't even got to be like that, bro.
Duh, nobody said he didn't make money on the internet before. I literally said that. So you stop with the narrative. Nobody said that. I literally said that. However, he was not at parties with Beyonce and Drake before Halle. He was not on red carpets like that before Halle. He was not getting posted on a Shade Room and on the Neighborhood Talk and on the Jasmine brand and on Hollywood Unlocked before Halle. I had never seen DDG up and down my timeline getting clips and getting, having memes all over the place before Halo. Was not happening. Like, we knew who he was. Yes, he had a YouTube. Yes, he was out here, but he was not doing all of this. He did not have the same type of notoriety before he got with Halle Bailey. Y'all gotta stop lying about that. What's up, Dane? Halle got a restraining order against DDG. He chipped her teeth, smashed her head into the steering wheel. Allegedly, this is what she says. He dragged her, wrestled her, like she had bruises on her arms. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy.
But today was my last straw. Like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wouldn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that. And then I get there and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like, she got her own shit going on. I got my own shit going on in terms of who we fuck with. Like, we not together whatsoever. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend. So ain't got nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing.
But you saying you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but in the restraining order, it says that DDG broke into her house and took a picture of her bedroom and say, now I see what you be on, LOL. And DDG was writing her messages about being with Brent Fayez. But yet he's saying it's not about who they dealing with. This is very, very interesting.
Nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads out there go through this shit. And the kids will never understand. Luckily, my son is only 1. So I don't have to like worry about him like feeling like, oh, my pop's not there. Every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He happy to see me. But he can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours. Max.
Well, 72 hours, that's 3 days. I mean, if you are co-parenting, how long do you think? It's only 5-7 days in a week. Like, how long do you think you're supposed to have the child? Somebody's going to have the child 3 days, and then somebody's going to have the child 4 days, or however that's going to go. Like, I don't know what he expected, but when you don't live in the house with your child and you're co-parenting, you have to create a schedule. You cannot just go and get your kid and post up at your baby mama house, especially after you chipped her teeth and smashed her head into the steering wheel, according to her, allegedly. You cannot think that you could just do that whenever you feel like it. She probably didn't even feel safe being in an intimate space with you. And they both were sick at the time. We just going back down memory lane.
Out there every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He's happy to see me, but he only can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours, max. He's getting picked up, taken away. I can't come get him, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't know what to do. And it's like, I'm just come on here and say what I say and then get off and go about my day. I just feel like this needs to happen. It needs to be some type of repercussions for this. Because I'm not a deadbeat, nowhere near. I've inspired dads across the world to want to be in their kid life. Why make it harder for me? But I don't even know what to say for real. I wouldn't say this was an impulsive decision, but it's just, bro, I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, y'all can take it off that emote. I'm just frustrated. And I just don't know what to do. And I hate that every time I got something going good, it's always some type of drama, some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit.
Really?
On the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got this fucking golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that.
King Goose, you shut the fuck up, bitch. I don't know who you are. You don't come over here telling me to shut up. You getting blocked. Scram, ho. The fuck, bitch. Some shut up. This is my motherfucking channel. I said allegedly. And if any of this come out to not be true, we will recant everything that we said. But you do not get granted a restraining order unless there's some validity or some type of irrefutable fucking proof, bitch. Don't come over here talking to me like that. I ain't the one or the motherfucking two. Hey, Faith, what's up, boo? Thank you. Barely know what to do. They sick talking about they going to glory. What was he gonna do for the baby? Ow. Thank you for the super sticker, babe. Golden image that he's jealous of. Yeah. Restraining order when you want to leave the country with the child. Why now? Why not January or February? Well, why is he still sending her messages on Mother's Day being nasty toward her? How do you know that like the didn't already start a couple months ago? Maybe it started in March after he broke into her house, allegedly, from what she said. He allegedly broke into her house in March and took a picture of her bedroom when she wasn't there. She said she was creeped out. Maybe that made her say, okay, I can't keep pushing all of the things that he's been doing under the rug, and I need to take legal action to protect myself.
I'm a real nigga, but this shit is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son.
But we don't know. We don't know.
And I wouldn't even come in to take him. Like today, I wouldn't even go take him out because he's sick. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop, I'm getting kicked out. No, like it's.
See, he got kicked out of her house, but this allegedly is after the incident that they had, where he allegedly physically assaulted her. Allegedly. Why does he think that he still reserved the right to post up at her crib after he had been so hostile and aggressive toward her, or after they had even hostile and aggressive toward each other? It does not make any sense.
It's conversations where it's like the shit that's said to me is so if niggas heard it, it's on some leave us alone type shit. I'm like, bro, like now I can see if I like no nigga in the world can tell me that I'm a deadbeat or a bad dad. No nigga in the world can ever say that to me. If my son can talk, he'll tell you my pops is the realest nigga ever. This nigga fuck with me. I wish I can be around him more. I don't get the chance to, bro. Not cool. Like it's all right. Like I have never took my son out of state before. Never been able to. I don't have permission. Like it's like I have a fucking second mom. Like I gotta ask my second mom, hey, can I take my son? Can I take our son somewhere? But if she want to get up and leave the country and leave the state, I get no say whatsoever.
Why would she be blackmailing DDG? Like I see y'all saying that she blackmailing him. Why would she blackmail DDG? Y'all act like Halle Bailey is some regular, basic, nothing asshole off the street corner. She has a lot going. She literally just wrapped the movie. She's about to go film another movie in Italy. What does she need to blackmail this man for?
I say one word. Because she tell me that she the primary parent. Like, it's like, bro, the shit not cool, bro. It's not fair, bro. Like, I promise you, I swear on my life, on my soul, on my son, I never wanted to come on here and say no shit like this, but I feel like this is the only way. So now if y'all don't see me with my son, every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'm gonna number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. Out there every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He happy to see me, but he only can see me for no more.
So the restraining order was filed today, Dane. I'm gonna see if I could get instead of reading it over again, there someone did a breakdown on it. I think on the Neighborhood Talks TikTok. So we'll look at that right quick. Y'all little DDG heads is about to get blocked. I don't know who y'all talking to. Y'all getting blocked. This is my channel, bitch. This is not a freedom of speech chat. I don't care who you think you are. You're getting blocked. Anybody could get a restraining order. You cannot get a domestic violence restraining order on me if you don't have proof that I was domestically abusive towards you. So, boo, tomatoes. Yeah, y'all getting on my nerves. All right, let's.
Judge just granted Halle Bailey a restraining order against DDG after she claims he laid hands on her while they were discussing visitation for their son Halo. She was passing Halo off to DDG. He became enraged as they were discussing visitation. They began to wrestle. That's when she claimed he put her head into the steering wheel, chipping her tooth as he was pulling her hair. She claimed that the wrestling didn't stop until she began to cry, but she did not feel safe letting Halo go with DDG, so she got in the car. They rode to DDG's house, where she hysterically told his family about what had went down, and they agreed to look after Halo. Also alleged that DDG did some weird stuff by entering her home without permission and sending her a photo of her bed, claiming, "Oh, now I know what you be on." She claims that when he sent that text, she assumed that he assumed she was dealing with other men. 4 days after that incident, DDG came to her home again to pick up Halo, which is when she broke the news that he couldn't hang out with him because he was sick. When she claims DDG became verbally abusive, claims he actually smashed the Ring camera and ran off with her phone, drove a little bit down the street and threw the phone out the window and told her, "Go get it, B." Halle claims that this prompted her to file a restraining order against DDG, and after a judge reviewed all of the footage, they agreed that he needs to stay at least 100 yards away from her, and the judge gave Halle permission to take their 18-month-old son, Halo, to Italy so she can film a movie for 2 months. Now, in addition to all of that, the judge also said that DDG cannot mention Halo or Halle on his live stream. To put the cherry on top of the case, he submitted text messages of DDG allegedly confronting her a possible relationship with Brent Baez. In the text here, you see DDG saying, "You think you hurt my feelings, but you really just ruined your own image. This is a terrible look." He says, "It makes you look disgusting and evil." Keep in mind, this was on Mother's Day. He says, "Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. Have the same energy when it's not time to have Halo." I'm on the same type of time. Guys, this entire situation just caught me completely off guard. I knew they were having issues, but I did not know it was this bad. Neighbors, I'm curious to know what y'all think about this. Let me know down in the comments. Peace.
So that's pretty much what happened. Okay, we reached our quota, so I'm going to drop the link for you to call in. You only got 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna cut you off because I don't have all night. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Okay. And if you come up here talking crazy, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth. If you're cussing or something, I turn off you. I don't care if I love you. I don't care if you've been up here 25 times. I'm not in the mood. Keep it cute or keep it the fuck moving. He's gonna be mad about losing that Halo content bag. I said it when he was first saying, because everybody saying, "Well, go to court, give visitation." He like, "Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to her because I'm young, I'm rich, I'm fly, I got money. It's gonna only hurt her in the long run. It ain't gonna hurt me." Like he really was in his cocky, arrogant thought that he was that nigga and that everything was always gonna work out in his favor. And I'm like, Halle is not just a random ass girl off the street corner that's selling some ass on OnlyFans. I don't know what he thought, but she's not a slouch. She has a good legal team, I'm sure. She has connections to good reputation. I mean, we all know who she's represented by. Like, she's not a slouch. So I personally felt like he didn't want to go to court because he didn't want to have that in there that's gonna say he can't string the baby no more, or he can't mention her on live. I saw it coming from a mile away. Stars Above says, "When you are not married, the mother is the primary custodial parent. DDG will never get primary custody." Jenny says people warned her and she didn't listen because she a bird. Oh God. No one said she deserves to get beat. She was so annoying with her support of DDG. So this is a fuck around found out situation. Damn. Y'all brutal. This is unfortunate for everybody involved. Like, I don't want this to be true. I hope that it's a hoax. I actually, at one point, like last week, I was saying I wish they got back together. Now I feel like I gotta eat fucking crow because this is coming out. Thank you, baby, for the super sticker. If DVD bro is a degenerate, what makes y'all did lovers, though he's not? Huh? Like, you mean what makes y'all think he's not cut from the same dust cloth? You can have money and still be a dusty by nature. That is true. Thank you for the super sticker. Hello, Faith. What's up, babe?
Hey, Pookie. Hey, Chad. What's up, y'all?
Hey, so what are your thoughts on the situation? Do you believe this is true? Do you think that...
Chile, I got too many thoughts. First of all, I believe it because I was almost in a similar situation. I had almost had a child with a narc myself. And if it was not for my ancestors and spirit team yelling me and beating me upside the head to return their baby, I don't know where I'd be at right now. Because even to this day, he will guilt trip me and belittle me for backing out the pregnancy because we should have just thug it through. And a lot of mothers who weren't ready for pregnancy were able to make it and will be able to make it. Mind you now, at the time, we was facing an eviction. He wasn't working. I was only working. And we was sharing a 2-bedroom shoebox with 4 other motherfuckers. Okay?
Oh, yeah, no.
So to this day, I don't talk to him no. I mean, he be in my DMs talking to himself. But to this day, this was like 4 years ago. To this day, he still guilt tripped me for backing out in the pregnancy, and I do not regret it one bit because I knew better for myself.
Keep talking.
No problem. I say that to say, like, some of y'all. Oh my God! First of all, where's Chloe? Hello. I need your elder sister duties revoked. What are you doing? Why are you letting your sister outside doing? But like, I'm not saying like it's her job to police her, but as an eldest of 5 myself, I got one that's turning 21 in 10 days. I'll be damned if that little ninja come and tell me he got somebody pregnant. Excuse me? I don't trust that boy to boil water. Okay? Nonetheless, to carry for a child. Okay? So I'm not surprised any of this is happening. It's unfortunate. It is sad. And I hate this for her. And I want to know where the people who was like, oh, whoever said DVD wasn't good for her. Oh, DVD isn't her level. Where y'all at? Bring your asses to the front of the line, sir. Now, immediately. Ahora. Now. Because when we was trying to look out for our good sis, y'all was over here being DDD suckers. Okay?
Oh,
y'all was out here underneath that man real bad. Like he was paying y'all to defend him. Explain it to me, please. Explain it to me, please.
Oh my God. You ain't never
one thing you ninjas will do was cover for another dumbass. Period. Y'all will always go to war for another dumbass. But when we sit here and be like, men do this, men do that, I would rather be in the fucking forest with a bear. Y'all looking at us like we booing the fucking fool. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
What are we smoking?
You're right. So I'm going to take the next caller. Thank you so much, babe, for calling.
No problem.
In. Later, boo.
Later, y'all.
Okay. Hey, Dane.
Oh, CO, sister, how you?
I'm good. How are you? What are your thoughts on the situation?
This is crazy. I mean, for what? Like, what was the point in this? Like, why did you need or feel the need to do this at this time? Like, I mean, this is bad timing for him. Now I'm seeing the reports stating that the physical altercation happened back in January. But when was the police report filed? Was that back in March?
Well, I think it was filed in March, but they're saying that it was granted to her today. So I don't know how long that process takes or what happens, but it's saying that she was granted the actual restraining order today. That's what it said on TV.
Well, now she found the restraining order on Tuesday, but she was claiming in the documents that things got physical back in January. I'm trying to put the timeline together here because they're, according to TMZ, they're claiming that she broke up with him back in October of last year. Things got physical in January. She just recently filed in LA this past Tuesday. That may have been last week. It could have been today, but it could have been today. I want to say that because she could immediately be granted there'll be a restraining order immediately, especially when she has proof. Now, the burden of proof is based off of her taking pictures of her injuries and where did he go wrong? Like what led you to go this route, bro? Like you had things going for yourself and you were making money. If anything, just take care of your child. If you wanted to fight for child support when that time comes. But get mad because she wanted to have a man and you have a lot of women around you. Like you can't expect to do one thing and expect her to do the total opposite. Like you guys are not married. Like it's not like you threw a ring on her finger and you fighting for custody of you guys' child and she's your wife and soon to be ex-wife. That's something totally different. This is your ex-girlfriend. She doesn't owe you a goddamn thing. And he made a mistake. He gonna learn from it.
Another catalyst for causing her to get the restraining order was in March. He broke into her house and took a picture of her bedroom while she wasn't there and said, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL." And she said that creeped her out. So it's probably a bunch of small things that she's just been letting it go. And then, I don't know. I don't know exactly what led her to say, you know what, we got to go there. Or if the process, well, you said it immediately granted if she had proof. Maybe she was trying to work it out and he did something else. I don't know. I really don't.
I think that was the case. Maybe she was holding on to it and the last straw is the message that she sent to her on Mother's Day. Yeah. And that, because all of that went viral when she went out with her sister on Mother's Day, of course that's probably added pressure. He wanted to see his child, but keep in mind it's Mother's Day. Like you lucky that she took the child with her. Like I don't know what made him, do that. I mean, it shouldn't have. You shouldn't have risked your career for something like that. You're always going to see your son, bro. You're going to see your son. Let her have her time and you have yours. That's it. Trying to go to drastic measures in order for you to see your child wasn't necessary. She's a celebrity just as well as you are. You both are busy. It's going to be a time where she going to need you to step in and say, hey, since you're not busy this week, can you take care of Halo? He should have just waited his turn. I think he got, the way it looks, I believe he got jealous and jumped the gun.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And especially him thinking of her being with another man or another man fathering his son. I think that probably sent him over the edge. But she said that she was not sleeping with anybody else. And in the text messages, she said, I wouldn't bring anybody else around our son. I wouldn't do that. But I don't know. He's just.
That's a guilty conscience of his because he must have been sleeping around. Okay. See, that's the thing. Like when a guy is insecure, they'll show their insecurity in different ways and then try to throw the blame. Women do this too. They throw the blame on the opposite or, their partner or their ex-partner. It's, gaslighting. It's, projecting. It's a bunch of stuff all wrapped up in one and manipulation. It's unfortunate because, right now at this very moment, you got an album out. I like the album. I'm over here trying to make myself become a fan of his music. And you turn around and do this, at the worst time ever.
Why would he break into her house? Like that shit threw me off too. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like,
yeah, he tripping. You know, I mean, just because you made a couple million doesn't mean that you famous. You know, that happens to all of us. So take your time, but you got to understand that Halle is on a whole nother level, brother. So whatever she do is going to get more attention than whatever you do. And then you turn around and you doing stuff like this. This is the attention that you want when you just basically trying to start your career. Like I said, I was trying to become a fan of his music because I'm not into that type of music. I'm like, all right, well, let me hit. And then all of a sudden this going to weigh on him. Yep. Unfortunately.
That's crazy. And he's on a press tour right now, too. He was just on the Breakfast Club a couple days ago.
Yep, because he got an album out. Like it's not a good look.
He finally started getting a little bit of mainstream notoriety for his music. And he's always saying how he's so passionate about his music. And I actually listened to it a couple times, too. And I was like, I like the song Speed with Ty Dolla $ign. He had a song with The Baby that I thought was good. And then this is making me look at him like he a piece of shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he can't be mad for people or at people because they're going to look at him this way. I mean, why would she come out and lie about this? In order for her to be granted this domestic violence restraining order, she has to have evidence. So beyond a reasonable doubt, they granted that. It looks like it happened within the same day. And on top of that, it got sent to TMZ because you know TMZ going to get anything that happened in LA. He should know better than that. He live in LA. Oh man, I wish somebody was around him that could have told him, "Hey, relax. Let her do her. You do you. You didn't marry her, brother. That's where you made the mistake."
And you know what? His parents, his family are all yes men because he's literally put them on and he's made a way for them to make money. So they're not ever gonna check him. Like I feel like he has like one of those boy moms that's just complicit and complacent, that coddles him, and everybody's just gonna say, yes, DDG, yes. You know what I mean? Like, you're never wrong. I don't think anybody in his life really is in a position to tell him when he's wrong.
That and the fact that he probably did it without people knowing.
No,
like he probably, like for example, Halle didn't even know that he was there. She was gone. He gonna pop up at her house and take pictures. I saw what they said. Take pictures of her bed. Like, bro, that's some weird. Like, what are you doing? Like, what do you do? You got plenty of other women on your stream. What are you complaining about?
Every day, like
every stream, you cooking with Kaya. You doing a whole bunch of stuff, brother. Like, what? You can't get mad at Halle. She pretty. You can't get mad at her if she move on. Like, come on, you didn't marry. Where's the ring, DDG? Daryl, where's the ring? You didn't do your part.
Wait,
you didn't do your part. You thought that was just a fling?
Wait.
And you turned around and got her pregnant, and then you do this? Brother, you may not even be able to see your son now, man. Unfortunately. They're going to use this against you, for sure.
Then he asked on his stream before when he came out and said, oh, she not letting me see my son. He asked, well, what would have been a difference if I was married? So since you are, can you tell DDG if he's looking, because they be watching, you never know who's watching. What would it mean if he was married to Halle? What would the difference be?
It would be a big difference. Like if you were married, I mean, of course, it would be a better communication. Like as far as the scheduling is concerned for visitation. Let's just say, for example, you guys were separate and maybe working towards a divorce. You know, of course, it's going to be visitation amongst you both. You know, both parties going to agree to when it's going to happen. Okay, this is how it should go before it even get to the courts. You don't need a court involved in that, really. But it is a little bit different when you talk about traveling outside of the state, maybe traveling outside of the country when you're married, because that could be taken as a different thing, especially if you're separating from the individual. It could be looking like I'm not trying to say that word on this platform. It can be taken that way. But keep in mind, you have a child with a woman that you're not married to. She is the legal guardian, not you. That's the big difference. Both of you guys are legal guardians of the child when you're married. Regardless, that's how the system goes. When that person is single, there's only one single guardian of that child. And you know, unfortunately, he learned the hard way.
Damn. So what do you think is going to happen next? Like, do you think that he's going to try to refute what she's saying and try to tarnish her reputation, or
It's too late. Like what he would have to do is like basically damage control, do things out there that will make him look like a better person. I'm sure he probably would run that route, especially with him having an album just coming out and he on a press run. He lucky that he just got finished that press run before this came out, because that would have been the number one thing.
Oh, everybody was the same about this.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. That's unfortunate. You know, and then on top of that, I mean, besides everything else, your career, you know, is questionable, and your relationship with your own son is questionable, because LA don't play. Those judges do not play, and you don't want to play no games in LA. And with you living in LA, and so is she, you can't see your own son, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's the last thing you needed. If anything, you could have just waited your turn.
And then especially with the child labor laws now, and they're cracking down on child streaming and content, all of that in LA as well. And she put in there that he can't talk about her or the baby on a stream. I think that probably means that he can't stream Halo anymore either.
But he'll be able to be honest with you, there is a way around that part right there, talking about his son, talking about her. There's a way around that. It's not going to be to the point where he's going to be arrested if he does bring it back up. Like, it's nothing that's going to... The restraining order is about him not coming close to her. Talking about her is something different, because the same thing happened with, for example, Tory Lanez and what's her name? Meg Thee Stallion. She was trying to get the restraining order to say, hey, don't have him talking about me, and he did it anyway. That didn't prolong his, you know, his stay in jail or anything like that. You're not going to get reprimanded for something like that, but that's just a request on top of something that's actually firm. But yeah, I mean, he's going to state that is his son. I'm not taking that from him. He's going to mention his son, but he shouldn't have been utilizing his children or his child as content on a streaming platform. Now, I understand if you're vlogging, but you're consistently streaming and you're not spending time with your son, that looks bad. Now, if you were vlogging and you were spending time with your son, taking him out to places to have fun, go eat, something extracurricular, I'm just saying that would look a lot better on your side. It's just that you were streaming, the fact that you were spending time with your son instead of sitting down at the desk like, here, look, y'all, and putting them up for display. I disagree with him doing that. I never liked that. I wouldn't do that with my own children, and I got 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I wonder, because people are saying, oh, that's his son. You know, she can't stop him. She streams him. And I'm like, she does not stream that baby. She will put him on a Snapchat or put him on an Instagram post the same way any doting parent would. She doesn't do it seemingly as she's using him to make money or for strictly content. You know,
correct.
Like he does it like, or like you said, like his mother will have the baby and will come and bring the baby in the room, or let the baby come in the room, and then he'll tell the mother to come and get the baby. Like, so.
The babysitter. That's what you meant. I saw that. I didn't like that. When he was streaming, all of a sudden the son came in, hey, Halo, and hey. And after that part, then the babysitter walk in to come grab the son. I did not like that. That wasn't a good look. Me being a father, that I didn't like that part right there. But he's going to have to learn and grow and progress on that note as a parent. You know, the only way for him to know is to make mistakes. Unfortunately, he got to turn those L's into lessons.
You're right. So do you think that there'll be, what type of result is going to come from this? Like, do you think, I mean, when you have a restraining order, it's in place for however many years? Because I think Karrueche Tran and Chris Brown recently in the same vicinity together, hugging each other and laughing and kikiing, and she had a restraining order on him a few years back.
It could range. I think it's between, it could be either 60, it could be 90 days, it could be a year. I'm not exactly sure because I don't have that record right in front of me, but it's going to have to come to a point where he's going to have to fight now. Both of them, actually, unfortunately, because there's no way of, you know, reconditioning their love relationship. If anything, it just will have to be for co-parenting purposes. You know, the child needs both parents, and, you know, but both parents have to act like parents and not, you know, play around. This is not a toy. You have a life that you have to, you know, teach and, and grow, and you got to be there for your child. But I don't think he's going to go any further because he got a lot on the line. Hopefully he doesn't. You know, he got a lot on the line. And I mean, he made a couple more million in the past couple months. So I hope he starts taking himself seriously and lock in and get focused. Just get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing. And maybe, you know, Haley may see that and say, all right, look, tell you what, let's work it out. And that one phone call could change everything. And she could drop that whole, you know, the restraining order at any time. It's her call.
Something similar happened with Keke Palmer and her baby daddy. Do you remember when Keke Palmer?
I do remember that. He overreacted. I talked about that. He overreacted. And they weren't together. That's another thing. Like if me and God forbid, if me and my wife were to break up right now and my wife decide to do something right, what can I do? I can't really do anything if we're working towards a divorce or we are divorced or we're not together. What I can't do, it's, you know, she do her, I do me. I can't make her or force her to do something with her life to my liking and I do the total opposite. Like, it's just not. Both of them are ex-boyfriends. Okay, that's what they have in common. Keke Palmer's ex-boyfriend, the same thing with DDG with Haley. They just got to let go of the jealousy part. They're going to see other men because they turned up women and they beautiful and they got the, you know, their careers. You got to let that go. Y'all got to focus on yourselves. Especially DDG. His situation is a little bit different than Keke Palmer's ex-boyfriend. DDG was working on his career and you let this get the best of you. And that was just a couple months ago and they going to hold that against you, brother. Like, you know, it's time. I don't think he's going to be canceled though. I mean, I think he'll be able to rebound as long as he don't do anything else extra. You need to let her be for the time being until that restraining order come down and then let your lawyers do the talking. You need to stop talking, DDG. Stop it. Just stop it.
Stop it. Stop it, DDG.
Yeah, don't do nothing else. Leave them feelings to yourself, brother. Get it out. Hit a bag or something. You know, hit a punching bag. Do something. All them other women, come on, bro. Stop it. Like,
I think we need to stop streaming with so many women for a little bit too. Because personally, it's not looking the greatest. Like, it just makes
especially now.
Exactly. It's like you on stream with a different one. He literally took a woman to Japan last month. I think that's another reason why he was so up in arms, thinking that she was on vacation with Brent Fayez for Mother's Day, because he know that he was out, even though he keeps saying he's celibate and he's not sleeping with nobody. It doesn't matter.
That's cap.
Everything. But
I don't believe him.
You don't believe him?
No, I don't. He a Libra, and so am I.
Yeah, Libras are very, very promiscuous.
Wait, chill. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. Because if I'm not mistaken, he an October Libra, right? You know, there's a difference. I could be wrong. Let me shut up real quick. But no, he, you know, I'm a totally different breed. You know, I'm a totally different era. I'm a lot older. Well, not a lot older. Damn, I just made myself sound old. Anyway, look, you didn't change the host. He gonna be okay.
Libras be a little off the rock. Y'all be a little off the rocker too, the unevolved ones. We'll put it like that. The unevolved Libras be a little ticky.
The ones that have not become one with themselves, they will. Yeah. If they don't have a balance with themselves, then yeah, they will be off. I agree with that.
That's so.
Hey, don't be calling me old school. I'm not. I'm still in my 30s. I shouldn't have said all that.
That is hilarious. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate your input.
Absolutely, LJ. You enjoy the rest of your stream, okay?
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Okay. Amberella.
Hey, LJ. How you doing tonight?
Oh my goodness, girl.
The tea. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still getting over this cold. Thank you for having me up. I won't be long. But I 100% think this is true. Mm-hmm. And that's just because I literally lived it. Not the baby part, but I've literally experienced this type of male. I'll give a quick just backstory on it. I dated this guy years ago, like in my 20s. Mm-hmm. And he was all sweet, kind, and said and the third. But as soon as we started hanging out with his friends, and his friends started complimenting me all the time and telling me how bad I was, he started to pick and pick and pick at my appearance. And I would ask, like, one time I asked, like, why aren't we going out as much as we used to? Like, why aren't we, like, hitting the streets, cutting up like we normally do? And I was wearing a basic dress. It was like a black and white striped dress. And he was like, look at you. You look like a freaking stripper. How could I be seen with you? Like, he literally was going off and going in. And I'm like, I'm super curvy. I'm kind of like a mix between you and Real Talk with Yanni, body wise. And I'm a little bit thicker. And I've always been really curvy. And that literally I took a hit to my self esteem with that. So he started doing that. Then the bedroom thing where he took a picture of her bedroom. That's a scare tactic. This man would drive past my house, and I remember one time my car was in the shop. I had been in an accident, and for whatever reason, they were taking forever to get an assessor out to like value the damage. So the insurance had not lapsed, but the rental insurance. You know how they give you like rent to cover the car for a rental for a while. It had
Yes.
lapsed, so I had to go get another car, and I didn't want to spend extra money. So my brother was picking me up, taking me places. He literally would do that, take pictures. I'm like, who's this Negro picking you up? Tell him if I see him again, I'm gonna pew pew him. So after a while, I had to tell my brother to stop coming. So I'm just seeing the parallels and things I've literally lived through how he's treating her. And I just think that's why I've been railing against them getting back together when you were saying that. Because like I know how it escalates, and then eventually it will get to them putting their hands on you. So I figured he had already put his hands on her, or it was coming to that by how he was always publicly shaming her. And that's why I feel like a person who's always trying to humiliate their partner is, to me, just mentally and emotionally abusive. It will lead to worse. So there's no point in going back. So I 100% think that this happened. Everything she's saying, especially by the chipped teeth, the bruises. She's more like, yeah, she's more fair skinned. So I don't know. Everybody bruises differently, but those bruises look like like somebody really manhandled her. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I hope that young man gets some therapy and grows from this situation, and she also gets some therapy and learns to leave the bad boy alone, because she does. Again, Aries. I have two sisters who are Aries, and both of them like toxic Negroes, and I have a couple friends who were Aries, and they a little off kilter sometimes, and me and them don't get along because we're all combative in a sense. So I can see how Halle, and she even said it herself in that one live where she probably, and this is not excusing what I think he may have potentially done to her allegedly. She may sometimes poke the bear or talk crazy and thinks he's not going to react or do anything, even though he's already showing telltale signs that this is the character he has. And again, in my experience, I think it could have led to worse. So I'm glad she's out of the situation. I'm glad that she is going the legal route earlier instead of waiting, because yeah, it was a couple months after, but people don't understand when you are in those type of situations how long it takes for you to build up the courage to report your potential abuser or alleged abuser in this case, because you never know when that person is going to snap and how much worse it could get.
And they have a baby together, and they're celebrities in the public eye. So I know she's probably like going through it even now, like, oh my God, this is out here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's her brand is tied up on her being like pristine. So any little thing that she thinks he may do or say to tarnish her brand, she tried to like minimize and compromise with him, but it got to a point where clearly you can't. So I'm proud of her for doing that and defending herself in that way. I pray they never get back together, honestly, in my opinion, just because I think all women just deserve better than that.
Yeah.
Like, she really risked her life, because you got to remember, we here in America, healthcare and more maternal mortality rates are higher among us, melanin rich women. So she literally risked her life to replicate this man, whether she wanted a baby or not, whether it was how they claim they were just, doing the horizontal mambo and this happened. And she got pregnant. You replicated this man, and then he's making your life miserable and ruining your brand and messing with your money on top of that. Like, to me, you can't recover from that.
Is that, oh my God, Amarillo, and the fact that she literally had this baby at the height. Like, do you know how many doors the universe literally said, oh, for Halle Bailey, like, Mermaid? you're on a press tour being pregnant, and then she did the Color Purple. Couldn't even do the press tour for Color Purple because she was pregnant, high in a pregnancy. Like that
Like,
whole
how many
thing,
opportunities did she miss?
we wouldn't even know. We would, because I could just only imagine how many producers and directors was knocking her down after she had filmed both of those movies, and she couldn't even show up to audition because she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm. And it's sad because she was on a perfect trajectory. She could have been like the next Halle Berry. She could have been the next whoever. She could have just been one of the top starlets right now. And she had to put all of that on the back burner because, again, she risked her life to replicate this man. And then now on the back end, like, you're wealthy in your own right. Why are you trying to mess with this woman's money? Like, why are you constantly trying to ruin this woman's brand that also feeds your child?
I think so too. She will still do great. I just think that it kind of threw her off. And then now she has like this scandal that's going to be attached to her forever. The same way like Meg got the Tory lanes. You know, it's like, it's one thing to be branded to a man, but to have to be branded to him through scandal is fun. It's not okay. Like we
got to do better.
We really, I don't know how to say that, but I feel like it sounds so cliche, but we do, including me. Shit, I haven't been back and forth to the ghetto taxes. We all
I think we all have, but we learn. And I get she's younger, but it's like, when are you going to learn from the people who came before you? Like, we weren't trying to like bash him and tell you not to get with him for a reason. We were the people who loved you, were trying to protect you. Like, we saw who you could be. Like, you're still going to be great. Because, again, she dances, she sings, she plays instruments, she acts, she models, she does everything. She's still going to be great, but you could have been there sooner.
Exactly. And you see how even dragged up in this comment section saying, y'all don't know, they're in on it, it's love, it's just content. And we was just like, no, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, if you love somebody, you're not going to publicly put y'all's business out there, especially when you don't have to. He didn't have to come out and even tell us that they broke up in the first place.
Yeah, we could have been in ignorant bliss thinking they were still together.
Exactly. He's very calculated in that way. And it's intentional. Everything DDG, fuck it. Everything DDG comes out and does on a live stream is intentional. Like, I can't nobody tell me otherwise. He wanted to tarnish her reputation and make it look like she wasn't a saint, because he knew that there was footage out there of him bashing her head into a steering wheel. Did you see how in the TMZ article I also read that he destroyed her ring cam, not knowing that camera footage is like backed up on phones, but he destroyed her ring cam and took her phone and threw her phone out the window.
So again, taking money, I'm big. I love my money. Mess with my money and I'm done with you. So you then threw the woman's phone out, so now she got to get a new phone. You didn't crash the ring cameras. You've also violated her sense of safety because you've broken into her house. You sent her pictures. Like, you're just doing too much. And to me, that's irredeemable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank you for having me up. That's all I had to say on the subject. You look bored. Have a good night.
You too. Okay, later. Come for me.
What's
Hello.
up?
Hi. So what are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, it's like I feel like the whole world done told this girl who not to get with the man. You know, I understand this type of situation because I had a friend, you know, I don't talk to her anymore, but she was in the same situation where she was in a abusive relationship with a dude. I was there through all of it. I had to literally stand in front of her to stop him from putting hands on her. And she'll cry, she'll do all this extra. And I turned my back and baby, she was right back with him. So it's like they gotta learn for themselves. And it's just disappointing because like everyone says, she could have had it all by now. She could have probably been in a Marvel movie right now as a superhero.
Yes.
But now she's somebody's baby mama. And you already know as a black woman that's a statistic. So now she gets to be a statistic. He gets to go out and do whatever he wants to do and use clout and payola like he tried to earlier this year and said that he ain't seen his child in I don't know how long. Then made a whole diss record You remember the diss song where he was crying, talking about
I can't see my son. Yes.
it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing with Keke Palmer. You said that this man said that I understand why animals eat their young, and then you proceed to get back at a full-fledged relationship with him. That's why I don't get involved with like comment on people stuff about their relationship because I seen firsthand. I don't care if they run each other over with a trucks. She get in a G-Wagon, run him over. He blows up her house. Next week they gonna get back together. And it's weird saying that, but it's happening. Because why Keke Palmer did all that to get back with the same man you said like want to eat his own kid. Like, come on now.
Please don't make me laugh.
I'm dead serious. I'm not even trying. Like I'm dead serious. Like, why would you go back? That's why I always keep asking women: do you love him or do you love the idea of having a man in your life? Because it's not that deep to be in a relationship with somebody and you gotta go through hell to be with that person. You're in constant pain. So what? Like I don't understand. Is it love or the idea of love? Because nothing about what is going on in Kiki's or Chloe's or any woman out there in the world who's currently or has been in a relationship such as this can tell me that this is love. What is stopping you from leaving? That's why
Sometimes
I always wonder.
it's a lot that goes into it. It's like sometimes it's self-esteem, Stockholm syndrome. Sometimes they do think it's love. And from what I heard, her dad also had some DV type of charges back in the day. So when you grow up seeing stuff like that, you think that's how people express love. It doesn't make it okay. But a lot of us was getting our ass whipped up and down the street from our mothers and fathers. So you think if somebody inflicts pain on you and they just say sorry, that's normal. We've normalized causing physical harm to each other. Like, even though you just think like, oh, spare the rod, spoil the child, kids can internalize that, especially when you use a certain amount of force. You know what I mean? And you're not telling your child why they're getting a whipping. It runs really deep in the Black community, period. It does.
Well, a lot of times with the whooping situation, a lot of times they just whoop the kids to just let out their frustrations on the children more so than just the children's actions. Because, like I said, I've seen situations where a child just wastes a juice box on the floor or wastes it on the floor, and they getting popped upside the head, not with a hand, but with their fists, and it's like. I guess they think giving Stone Cold Steve Austin ass whoopings is a form of love. You know that what I'm saying? Because in the Black community, they do brag about stuff like that. Oh, well, my parents did this to me, did that. Well, I don't know what kind of fucking parents y'all have. I went through that. People talking about, oh, I had to get naked and get whooped. And my mama whooped me, my daddy whooped me, my grandmama whooped me, my grandmama hit me with a wet towel in the face. Like, come on now. What? I wouldn't even tell nobody that.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a lot going on. I was trying to find the official document. I saw someone that is up there, but I don't see it. I'm just looking on page 6. And they're saying that she was granted a TRO. So I'm guessing that's TRO is what temporary restraining order, which protects both her and Halo and bans DDG from having firearm possession. So once again, he got to stay 100 yards away from Halo and Halle. Damn.
Now, see, let me just make things clear. Now, if it was like a Cassie and Diddy situation where she's tried to get away and he's threatened to unalive family members and blowing up people's cars and doing all type of stuff like that, I understand. Well, you can't leave because you end up moving to Mexico and he unalives your mom because you left him. That's basically a Diddy type of situation. Now, that I can understand. But if you're just in a relationship with somebody that's causing you pain and you just staying there, that is what I don't get. That's the part I don't get, because it's like you putting your hand on the stove and screaming, ow, my hand is on fire, my hand is on fire. But you're gonna keep your hand in the fire.
Ooh, child. I don't know what's gonna come of this. Like a lot of people have been in the comments today throughout this live stream saying that Halle was lying. And that she's trying to blackmail DDG, and I'm like, blackmailing his store.
Those are just incels.
Chick off the street. She's not. She's Halle Bailey. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta do better.
Those are incels and women who just don't like other women. That's why I also say that everyone screams girl power, but in our actuality, when it comes to dick, I'm just gonna be real with you. When it comes to dick, women do not like women, especially when it comes to dick. So with Halle Bailey, she's very beautiful. She's young. She's pretty, and a lot of women do get in their feelings about that because they don't have self-esteem for themselves. So of course they're gonna agree with the men because they are, some women think, oh well, yeah, pick me type. So that's what I'm saying. Those are pick-me's and red pill incel men are the traditional men who believe that women are not even human. You're just vessels for the child type stuff.
Yeah, I agree with Soft and Spicy. Halle left pretty quickly. They broke up in October, and that was like a month or two before Halo even turned on. So I agree. I don't think Halle stayed there and just took it for long. And I think that's what threw him, because he's controlling women and having all the power and authority in relationships. And she wasn't the one for none of that. And I feel like that threw him off. Like he just didn't have as much control as he thought that he would. So I don't know that he knew how to handle that. And I feel like the fact that she was just like, all right, we're going to call it quits and move on. I'm not going to say nothing about you in the media. I'm really going to keep it cute and really try to move on. I don't think he was ready for that.
I don't think he was ready for it either. And I think that in our actuality, everyone just thought he was a clout chaser. I never really pictured him as an abuser, but I don't put nothing past anyone. But I just never, he looked like the scary, nerdy type of dude. I just never saw him as, oh, I'm about to go upside your head. But now I could see it. Because I already knew he was a clout chaser, because when the baby was first born, you out here buying a newborn or a Lamborghini. A Ferrari. Like, come on now.
He said he rented that for the stream. Which
then you got the baby in the studio Googling Gagaing over like little, what you call them when the little sounds you play, sound effects. Yeah, that's what it's called. You got the baby sound effects of baby giggling, farting, and burping, like just all type of other stuff. That's one of the reasons I did not like DDG for Halle. And I understand I can't much do nothing about it, but it's like you can see the train wreck coming, and we tried to warn her. We did. They said we was hating on them. All 2023 when they was lying, talking about she wasn't pregnant, and they was photoshopping her photos, and she was wearing sequins and vests and forcing her stomach in, trying to act like she wasn't pregnant. Then all of a sudden she pops out with the baby. All of a sudden she was pregnant the whole time. We tried to warn her then, but she told us to mind our business. We was hating on her, that she was just a real ass bitch, and everybody hating her. And then, Chloe come out, with her lollipop, laying in the bed with her lingerie, talking about y'all leave my sister alone. I guess she tried to be Solange. And that didn't work. They tore her to shreds. It's just, I don't know. But I hope Halle just, for the time being, sticks to herself and just focus on her career, bettering herself. It's gonna be hard for her because, number one, look how they do Rihanna. She got all her kids by one man, and yet everyone's calling her a baby mama. But yet the Kardashians, half them whores ain't even married. And all they do is suck like dick all day. So it's like they don't label them as baby mamas. Oh, look, they on food stamps, and all this other stuff. Look at them. But when Rihanna comes out and she proceeds to have 3 kids by the same man, and I understand why she don't want to get married. Why the hell would she want to get married to A$AP Rocky and then in the future get divorced and he take all her shit?
Yep.
Because we all know she's the breadwinner.
She a billionaire.
Exactly. I understand that. She just using him for sperm.
This whole thing is
Basically
crazy.
what the Kardashians do.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for calling in, company.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Later. Yes. There was a couple of people up here. If y'all want to hit the link again, you know, I know, you know, we be up here talking, but yeah, I'll be up here for a couple more minutes if y'all want to come back up here. And if not, I'm gonna go. I wish that I could find the official document. If anyone has it, email it to me. My email is I was trying to look for it while we was up on here too. I'm gonna still try to find it, but if anybody comes across it and wants to email it to me, go for it. You had some good callers. Yes. So you have to check out Dane Calloway's show. His channel is called I'm Just Here to Make You Think. He has a really big platform. He talks about a lot of great things over there. You gotta go and check it out. He got a lot of fear-based emotions rooted inside, and his family knows it. They bumped Lil Mo up out of the R&B industry. I miss her joints. Brie, what the hell? You gonna come up here talking about Lil Mo? Faith, you want to come? Okay, that's Faith. Right. Hey, Faith.
Hey, Pookie. Say it again.
Oh no, I said you wanted to add something else.
Yes, I wanted to add about the whole siblings not commentating but commentating.
Oh, okay.
Because people tend to forget. Because I deal with this as well. Again, being the eldest of 4, all of them being boys, and it's just my mother in the picture. My mama coddles the shit out of my brothers. Okay, babies them, spoils them like Google Gaga. I am the only one that got raised for real. Therefore, I'm the only one that really calls out they bullshit. So
That's how
for everybody that's like, oh, his siblings aren't talking or they're being shiesty, da, 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 of course they're going to have DVDs back. He's feeding all of them. Hello?
Yep.
And if
Right.
I don't know where's his placement in the sibling chart, but if he's one of the younger ones, the babies get coddled real bad. Okay, I mean they can set you on fire and they'd be like, "Oh, it's okay. Would you like a cookie?" Like
I know
the idolization of men in some families. I'm gonna say some, not all, because some of y'all don't know how to listen. Okay,
Right.
but y'all would not act like some men don't be coddled. They don't be spoiled, excused. They can have all the red flags from the tip of their hair, from their baby hairs to their funky little pinky toes, can be covered in red flags. And their family, especially their mama, is for to stand behind them. I've studied cases because I'm in school for forensic psychology. I've studied cases where sons, this is usually sometimes the son, will unalive or harm their parents. And there's one, especially, I can't remember their name, but this little boy got cut off from his parents' inheritance because he out here spending money to see this little call girl on the internet. He went, asked his parents, butchered his mother, and the mama was still standing beside her in trial, in court, talking about, no, that my son didn't do it. There's proof that the boy did it. But because of the mama coddled that little boy so bad and riding right behind him in them trials, I don't know if he got sentenced or if he's acquitted. But the point is, all the way up to them going to murder trial, the mother was like, no, it wasn't him. So y'all need to stop this delusion, this fantasy, okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop. First of all, start raising your sons, not just your daughters, and call them out on their bullshit. And P. Dot.
And it's
That's what
like, especially in our community, it's like, oh, we don't want to bring a black man down, and they got it so hard in the world, as if we don't fucking have it even harder being women. Like, it'd be that part for me. But the coddling is insane. Like, you ain't never lied. Like, they literally be beating up parents. Remember, I showed y'all, not even to get back into it, but since we're talking about siblings, do you remember? I don't know if you were here, when I showed you all that clip of the brother that told his sister he was going to grape her kids because he was living at her mom's house and he didn't want her kids to come over there anymore? Do you remember that? Faith, are you still there?
No, I don't. No, I'm here.
Oh, you probably wasn't here when girl, the mother didn't even cuss the son out. She was just telling him to stop and, oh, yeah, stop. I was like, I wish my mother would. Those are her grandkids. For her son to say he was going to grape them, because it's just disgusting the way a lot of these mothers are with their sons. It's just absolutely disgusting. You remember that? You remember? Yes, I showed y'all.
I have to go back and watch that. But they'll excuse it. They'll excuse their son no matter what they do. But let it be the daughter? Oh, baby.
So someone said that DDG's mom commented under a post and just said, wow. And I'm like, where did they see that?
What you mean, wow?
I guess she said, wow, under this. Let me look on the shade room. I don't know. If you guys are still here that said that DDG mom commented under a post, where did you all see that at? Let me know so I could try to pull it up so we could see. But because I know the shade room, they're kind of infamous for like reposting people's comments to certain things. So I'm looking on, let me see, I don't know. Dang, we didn't even talk about Diddy. Like, this kind of took over that shit. I was gonna put it in the live, and I was like, no, this needs to be a standalone live. Or like, did Cassie taking a stand? And I had caught some of Storm's video on it. He did like a superb breakdown. Like, I was like, what else is there for me to really say? Okay, wait, I'm trying to see if it is comments. Let me see. But I don't know if I know. I don't even know what the mother's I don't know what the mother's oh, they said DDG was quiet because he knows it's true. He was just shocked she had the guts to file a report. While he was online chasing clout, she was documenting abuse and protecting her son. Silent moves, loud impact. Ladies, this is a reminder that men love their homeboys. Oh. We're just going to have to keep watching to see how this plays out. I really don't know what's about to happen.
Who knows? Who knows what's about to happen? Because we need to see what DVD about to say, how Halley's gonna go about it. It's so many ways you can flip it and reverse it, especially coming from a narc. There's so many ways.
And you could barely. People are saying you could barely see that chip in her tooth. I'm scared of y'all. Like, are y'all fucking serious?
Are y'all slow or is you slow? You can see the chip. There's both. Like, look at pictures before. Look at pictures when she was on her press tour with her pearly whites out. This had no chip.
She gonna have to release that footage. I feel like that's what's gonna be next.
She can't cheat with somebody she's not in a relationship with, sir. Hello? Everybody's talking about she's cheating. They are not together. And he be having females at the crib every other 2 business days. What are we talking about?
that part for me. The way DDG be running around gallivanting with different women, if she was seeing somebody else, that's her business. Whether he could see you or not, which we can, he needs to go to jail. It was 2 separate incidents, January and March. Exactly. In March, he broke into her house and was like literally, that's some stalking type of shit. We don't know how many times he broke into her house.
That's weird. That is weird.
If she released the footage, they will say it's not him. They'll say it's AI.
You can't AI a ring cam. You know what? Y'all need to go touch grass, visit reality, something.
They
Because
say DDG is innocent. Rock Nation leaked this info once the public found out she cheated with Brit. How she cheating and she's single? With the rise, with the helly. But let me take this next caller, Faith. Thank you, boo.
no problem. Go ahead.
All right, later. Michelle.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me good?
Hi, yes, I can hear you. How are you? What do you think about the situation?
I think that it was great that she did that, and I was praying and hoping that she would have done that, sooner. But it was a good time because it could have got worse. I think that he had the intentions to destroy her, like try to make her look bad, to the world, and that's why he kept coming on saying, oh, she did this and she did that, and I seen it coming already because I'm experienced. And I think that his mom is full of it. I think that she knows, like, she was on it with him, because I can tell, by her body language when she comes on, and she never tells him don't, she be right there and he be saying all this kind of stuff. I remember one day she was right there and she didn't instruct him to change what he was, saying on his screen. So I think that it's so good what she did, and I'm just so happy because I really like Halo's like my little internet nephew. And and I'm just so happy that she done that, and it was at a great time, and he deserves that. He don't deserve I don't think, I know he's the father, but I don't think he deserves to have Halo until he, gets better as a person.
Yeah. Wait, give me 2 seconds. BMW J Banks, are y'all dumb? No, bitch, you're dumb. And get the fuck off my page. Don't ever come back. You're blocked. Scram ho. Sorry. But I agree. I feel like he does need to do some type of therapy. I feel like that would probably help. He got to go on a redemption tour at this point. Because what could he really come out and try to make her look like the bad guy? He already tried to make her look like the bad guy. It's backfired on him.
Right. Right. And then I believe that when they say he went to the Met Gala that they just had, he really was going to harass her, but he couldn't because she didn't let him get near her, and that is great for her. She's on her A game, and I'm praying for her. I'm praying for the baby, and I just hope she be safe. But she's doing exactly what she needed to do, and I'm so proud of her.
Okay. Thank you for your input. I appreciate you
Thank
calling
you.
in.
And all right, you have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye. I agree with him going to harass her during the Met Gala or trying to center himself because, like I said, because we did some footage. We did some commentary on it, and I said DDG was used to being her +1, and now he is not anymore. So he probably felt like he could, monopolize her time and say, hey, I'm in town. And she was like, nope, I already have plans. I'm going out to wherever it is that I'm, gonna go. And this ain't what we're about to do. And I feel like, because I also said, I don't understand why he couldn't just get Halo if she was going out to party. I said that. Y'all will hear me. You could roll the footage. But thinking about it in hindsight, she probably didn't want to have to deal with him at all. He did pick the baby, even if Annie let her pick the baby up. It probably would have been some type of back and forth, or it just seems like something would have happened to try to ruin the moment and ruin the night, and she just didn't want to be bothered with that. That's the only thing that I could gather from why. But we're gonna see. I'm not proud of her because she was thinking straight. am not proud of her because she was thinking straight. I don't understand what you mean. I'm sure the Met Gala, he was either gonna compliment her or speak shortly about his son. They are both cooked, as a narc does. Right? Probably was afraid. Yeah. He's going to make an apology video. If he makes an apology video, then that's going to be an admission of guilt. So I don't know if they're going to advise him to do that. I feel like he might say she hit him first, or he was just defending himself, or he just grabbed her and pushed her off of him. If he's going to say something, it's going to be framed that way. He's not going to make himself look like the aggressor. Now, as far as him breaking her phone, like throwing her phone out the window and smashing her ring cam, I don't know how he's going to come back from any of that. But we're just going to continue. Halle is a devil worshiper. Come on now, see through the lines. Baby, I don't know nothing about that, but I'm just going to remove this because I don't got time for that. Now, she never took him to the Met Gala because you have to be invited. You can't +1. But the after parties is mostly what I was talking about. She's +1'd him to a lot of different places. And she could have +1 him to a lot of the after parties that she ended up going to. The coaching might backfire, depends on the child. He needs to do charity work and stay busy traveling. Yeah, and I feel like he needs to stop live streaming with all of these women because it's just making him look like, I don't know, it's just not. I mean, he can do whatever he want to do, but I don't know, Jim. I don't know. No evidence watch. Well, we're going to continue to watch. And if there's no evidence, then I don't know that she would have even gotten a temporary restraining order. I don't know why the courts would have granted her that if there was no evidence. Y'all keep bringing up Tory and Megan. Tory is in jail because he violated parole and he had a firearm. It was not because of him powing Megan. It was Tory versus the state of California. So take it up with the state of California. That's why he's in jail. It's because he had a firearm. Y'all keep forgetting that. Megan didn't even call the police on that man. So please get the fuck out of here with that. Give that Minnie the time he wants for his son. Damn, that's all. Nothing about. Well, tell him to go to court. Damn, that's all. Tell him to go and get visitation rights. Damn, that's all. Did he say he was innocent too? Now look. He has to have a woman around him to siphon energy from. She gave him way too much grace because she never thought he was stalking, harass her. Glad she finally took it to court. I don't know. We'll see how this continues to play out. I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I've enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is very unfortunate what is going on with DDG and Halle Bailey. Just last week, I was saying I hope that they could actually work it out and get back together because it seemed like, you know, he was doing better. It seemed like it kind of, you know, once you give things a little bit of time, this is before I knew anything was physically DV. I had no idea about any of this, but I just thought that maybe, you know, because it seemed like they still love each other. That's what it was given. But it would have been nice to see a family work out. It would have. Like, I don't take glee. I'm not gloating in the fact that they're not together anymore. Like, that doesn't make me feel good. Like, I wish they would have done things the right way and could have, you know, been in a healthy relationship. Like, I feel like that would have been so wonderful for baby Halo to grow up with both of his parents in the home because he deserves that. Children deserve that. And it's just very, very unfortunate that this is the way that the cookie is crumbling. But I don't know. We're going to keep watching. Now, if Fair Women 2025, this story just don't seem right or make sense. Fair Women? No, you leave women the fuck alone. How about that? You don't have to fear us. Just don't harass us. Don't break into our house when we're not home. Don't stalk us. Don't put hands on us. Don't grab us by our hair. Don't bash our face into objects such as steering wheels. Don't drag us. Don't damage our property. And you will have nothing to be afraid of. Just let bygones be bygones and walk away. Everybody trying to destiny swap, Faith. You know what that is. They just trying to destiny swap. Talking about fair women. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, show up as Herbie Herc. Don't let nobody play in your face. Life is a movie. You're starring in it. The world is a stage. You're at the center of it. Main character energy. All day. You look at what you said. Let me see. All day and night. What? Oh, now they're saying it's fake. I knew this was something was going to do it. They saying the messages was fake. Oh, academics. Of course, academics is coming out saying the messages is fake. Oh, well, they saying these messages is fake. If it's fake, we will come back and recant this. Like I said, I have no intent on spewing out. I don't know. We don't know. We would need both Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey would have to come out and say it's fake. I'm not going to believe funky ass Tom and Jerry ass academics. I don't believe academics. I'm sorry. Exactly. He assaults women too. Yes, I don't even like academics, but we don't know. Like I said this, academics is not incredible, period. I said this early on. I said if anything comes out to not be true, we will come back, we will cover it, we will recant. I don't have a problem saying this was wrong. I don't want this to be true. This doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't. Like I was literally just saying that. I'm not taking, this doesn't make me feel good. We will see how this pans out. And you will see, I said the same thing on TikTok. I wish that this wasn't true. I don't want to stop, Bambino, stop. I don't want to think or imagine there's a world where a woman is being terrorized somewhere, or being abused in any type of way. That does not make me feel good. I don't like it. I don't want it to be true. But I don't fucking trust academics. I just don't. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to see. And this is why I said, Miss Asha, I said, if anyone has the official documents of the restraining order, send it to me. I'm going to still continue to try to do my own research and due diligence to look for it on my own to see what I can find so that we could, come back with some more receipts. But if this is fake, I do not think that Halle Bailey will allow this to be a stain on her baby daddy's record or a stain on her baby daddy's name without clearing things up. I just don't believe that. If it is real, I feel like she's in a space now where she's no longer going to be protecting a man at the detriment to herself. So we're going to see. We just got to see it play out. I had to put you on TV. The tea is hot. Shouts out to you, Natalie. I thought DV cases are not public. Well, I don't know that she went to the police and pressed charges for what he did. I just know that she got a restraining order. That's all we got so far. But Empress always, every time. He just cannot help himself. Okay. Well, karma has right. We're going to see how this plays out. We're going to see. Once again, I love you all. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, comment, subscribe, share because I know that you care. We will be back mañana. Maybe some more will unfold and we will come back and continue to cover this. Later, love bugs. And hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you're catching this on a replay, let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you are here right now in the live chat, when you get a chance, come back and drop me some pink hearts so I can squeeze my tiny ass up in this algorithm.